I done started this thing one time.
I had to make the coffee.
Alright, Blue, get your big head out of the way. Alright, y'all, so like I said, I done started this video one time. And this one here took 4 or 5 minutes to get the coffee, so I just been sitting here talking to myself.
It's gotta make.
I know. But anyway, I just want y'all to meet my wife. Still at the house. At the house this time, not sitting at Walmart. Because I was at Walmart yesterday when I made the video.
That's where he lives.
Yeah, that's where she lives. But anyway, y'all remember Blue, big head. Here, Blue, he's still eating everything. But anyway, I want y'all to meet my wife. She's gonna go to orientation at Prime in a couple months after I start working there because like I said before, I got to be there 60 days before I can take the trainer classes. The trainer during her TNT training, which is what, 50,000 miles or 60,000 miles?
I guess 50.
I think it's 50,000 miles. It used to be 30,000 miles, but they raised it up to 50,000 miles. 20,000 extra miles to me ain't going. I mean, I don't know. It's all up to Prime, I guess. But yeah, I'm still at the house. Today's what is it?
Saturday.
Today's Saturday, the 13th, January 13th. So I got a little over a week before I leave out. I'm gonna leave out not Sunday tomorrow, but next Sunday, and get on a plane. I'm looking forward to that shit. Ain't never rode a plane before, except when I was a kid. I up in Meridian, Mississippi, where I grew up at. When I was young, they done a little plane rides down there at the airport. Little 4-seater passenger planes or whatever. And I rode one of them, but I don't even remember how that was. It was me and my mom and my brother in there, and we just flew around Meridian and come back and landed. But yeah. Anyway, this is a little bit my wife, and I'll explain a little bit how she got that name. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get her to make some videos while she's at orientation and during her training and all that. We're gonna share the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel. I've already changed it to Backwoods a little bit. So, one day y'all might get a video from me somewhere, wherever I'm at, and then, get a video from her at orientation and all that, and her training and all that. Just I don't know, just I guess for a woman's perspective of being there, at orientation and training and all that, because there's a lot of training videos out there. I'm gonna do a video when I get to orientation, about experienced drivers, because about all the videos, if you look up Prime's orientation and all that, about the only videos you're gonna see is people without experience. So they're gonna be there through orientation and going through the CDL, probably, getting the CDL and all that. So there's a few videos out there. I think the last one I seen was like a year old or something like that, of experienced drivers going through orientation. But yeah, I was wanting to train her for TNT. With Prime, I got to be there, like I said, 60 days at Prime before I can do it. Even though I got 16, 17 years of experience. I've been driving since November of 07. So, ever how long that is, 15, 16, 17 years?
I think it's 17.
Yeah, something like that. But, I mean,
I just figured, I'll do the videos, every Saturday up until I get ready to go to prom.
Yeah.
Kind of fill them in when I get my permit. And
Yeah, you can do that too. Because she's still working on getting her permit. She's going to go in there, I think, Monday? Mm-hmm. There's 3 tests she got to take to get her CDL permit here in Mississippi. It might be the same all over the country. I don't know. It's general knowledge, combination vehicles, and air brakes. So she's been studying. Every day.
You gotta take the general knowledge first.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah, you got to take the general knowledge test first before you can take the combination and air brakes. And then after she gets done with all that, she got to get her, take the test to get her tanker endorsements. Which wasn't hard. It was 20 questions. I went down there and got mine, whatever day it was.
It was Thursday? Wednesday or Thursday?
I took the truck back Tuesday and dropped it off. Did I do it that day or? No, I went and took my drug test that day because we went to Walmart and all that. And then, so Wednesday I went down there and got my tanker endorsements. Even though we're not going to be doing tanker. And I told that to the prime recruiter, that I wasn't going to be doing tanker at all. Because, for one, tanker, I mean, you might deadhead 1,000 miles to pick up a load. Or go to a tank washout. There's a YouTuber I've been watching, Vez on the road, VEZ on the road. He does tanker. There's another one, 4 Wide Trucking. He does tanker at Prime. They both do tanker at Prime. And man, sometimes they got the deadhead fucking 1,000 miles, 7, 8, 9,000 miles, to pick up either get to a trailer washout or pick up a load. And then the load, when they pick it up, ain't going, sometimes it ain't even going as far as, they had a deadhead to pick it up. So I ain't gonna be doing that, but the recruiter told me that we still had to have our tanker endorsements. I guess just because they got the division. And we're not gonna do flatbed teaming because found out through Twisted D, prime flatbeds don't get nowhere near the miles that reefer does. So with us running, reefer, it'd be better on us, more lucrative for us to, go reefer.
Even though flatbed was a little more work to it, but
yeah, but it was fun. She went with me. Y'all know she went with me on a couple trips, and I love working with her. We got out there and rolled the tarps up. It's a hell of a lot easier with 2 people. But flatbed is, more fun for us. We can get out of the truck and work a little bit, whatever. And I love flatbed. I've been doing flatbed a long time. Out of all my experience, half of my experience is flatbed, the other half is reefer. At different times. But I've been doing it all about the same, flatbed and reefer. I've done it about the same amount of time. But reefer just be better for us because, like I said, we get more miles. And plus, reefer, we can unload and reload all hours of the day and night, 7 days a week. Flatbed for Prime, anyway, and for, where I was doing in Dixie. Most of the time, it was just Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 or something like that. So, with us running teams, we don't need to be out there on the road having to set all weekend. We need to just drop them, unload, and pick up another load and go. FedEx. Prime does a lot of FedEx loads and high valves, and those are the loads that they put teams on. Stuff that's got to be overnighted and, all that kind of stuff. But we're looking forward to, this adventure. I had never teamed with anybody. The only 2 people I've ever slept behind in my life going down the road in a truck is my dad and my cousin, Blue Streak. Both my dad and Blue Streak is my dad's first cousin and my second cousin. And, they both been driving all my life, so. But my dad's gone now. He got killed in a truck wreck. And, my cousin Blue Streak, he can't drive no more because he had a heart attack while he was driving. So, I guess I still got an uncle that drives, my mama's brother. He drives for a company out of Jackson down there, but I never did spend a lot of time with him growing up. It was always my dad and Blue Street and all that. Well, you looking forward to you going to Prime?
Yeah. I will say that Captain Dave and Miss Brooke is what kind of inspired me to do this.
Yeah. That's Simple Plan Trucking. I mentioned them in my YouTube Prime YouTuber video. If y'all want to go check them out. But yeah, she loves Miss Brooke and Captain Dave.
Because I'm kind of like Miss Brooke, you know, I don't want to do it unless I'm with you. You know, I'm not going to do it by myself.
Yeah. Even at orientation, you know, when she not orientation, but when she's up there doing her PSD training, you know, she wants to do it on the pad. She don't want to go out with a trainer or nothing like that, which is an option she can choose. You know, so if anybody out that watches this, you know, is wondering about it, you know, husband and wife, whatever, and they either one of them or both of them wants to get their CDLs, you can choose, you know, just to be on the pad. You don't have to, like for the wife, she could choose to be on the pad instead of going out on the road with somebody else, because I'd rather not be on the road with nobody else neither. You know, that's just I guess it's just a husband thing, husband-wife thing, you know, whatever. But I'd rather just get her training on the pad at Springfield at the terminal, and then do her T&T with me.
Yep. I'm ready to get it started.
I am too.
So as soon as your 60 days is ready, that's when I'm going to start.
Yeah, I think a little bit before my 60 days is up, like a week or two, you can probably go on up there and get your thing started. That way, because here's the thing, if I take my trainer classes too early, they're probably going to be on me all the time about training somebody, and I'm not going to train anybody. I'm not I don't have the patience, and I'm not that big of a people person. I can get along with people, you know, I ain't got no problem with that. You know, outside the truck, if that makes any sense. I can't train nobody, you know, I can't have nobody that I don't know in my truck, you know. That's just, I don't know, it's just a thing, you know. I had a brain fart.
I just think, you know, with you, how cleanliness you are.
Yeah.
You know, that's a big thing. Sharing. I mean, I'd be the same way.
Yeah, I can't share a truck, you know, that little bitty space, you know, for 50,000 miles with somebody I don't know. It wouldn't be a good experience for them, and sure wouldn't be for me, you know. And I'm not a trainer. I can train her. You know, she's different. You know, spouses are different, but I can't train nobody. But that's why I want her to go on up there a week or two prior to me taking the trainer classes, because that way they don't hound me about, you know, training nobody else, because she's the only one I'm gonna train. So. And as far as I know, I think when you're up there at orientation and in training and all that for your PSD, I think it's 2 to a room. And it's gonna be 2 to the room for me too. It don't matter if you get experience or not. They got their own campus up there called Campus Inn Hotel, and Prime pays for it. So they're all double rooms, I think. So you got to share with somebody. You're a little nervous about going though.
Yeah, I think it's more of leaving the kids. I haven't really done too much of that. I don't know. I guess it's sharing the room that goes into like how you are with the truck.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like that at home, you know. I like to clean, so
yeah.
I don't know how that's gonna work.
And the kids are on up there in the teenage years too. Yeah. They're not little, you know. They're near about grown. So,
Yeah, I think if they were little, I wouldn't be able to do it because
Nah, we wouldn't be able to do it if they were little.
I think it'd be hard for any married couple or any
Uh-huh.
couple period trying to team drive. You got little ones, which our oldest one, she's wanting to drive when she gets bigger. So
Yeah, our oldest girl wants to drive. Wants to drive a truck when she gets bigger.
that's making these videos. I was
Or
nervous.
when she gets 21, she wants to drive.
Making these videos with him it's a new thing for me. I'm not used to it, but I also look at it as kids growing up. They can look at it, and
Yeah.
show the grandkids when that time comes. They can look at it and say, "Mom and Daddy did it."
Yeah. Yeah.
It's different for me because I'm a registered CNA. And going from that to driving a truck is a big leap,
Yeah.
but I'm ready to do it. I think it's going to be more exciting than being in a CNA.
Yeah.
Just seeing the different states and the different weather conditions and stuff like that,
Yeah. That's her biggest thing. Not the biggest thing, but she's going to have to get some winter driving and all that. But, it ain't nothing. Winter driving ain't nothing to it. If you just pay attention to what the hell you're doing, pay attention to everybody around you. Like my dad always says, you can't control what everybody else does. You can only control what you do. So, if somebody's gonna slide into you, they're gonna slide into you. It don't matter. It don't matter what you're doing. She gonna learn all that because every year is new ice, new snow. So every year it's a new challenge. It don't matter how long you've been driving. Had a dude one time. I was coming down 491, coming from Green River, Utah, down through Moab and Cortez and all that. Had a driver one time. I was coming down through. It was in the middle of the night. It was like 10, 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock, somewhere around there. I had a load of onions on a flatbed for Larry Jones where I used to work, so I couldn't stop because the temperatures was in the single digits. It was snowing like a son of a bitch down through there, and this driver, it's hard to explain, where this hill is. There's a certain hill between Monticello, Utah, and Cortez, Colorado, which ain't but about a 50-mile stretch between the two. But there's a hill that goes down like this and goes around the curve at the bottom and goes up. And it's pretty damn steep. And there was this driver up ahead of me, a little ways up ahead of me, but I had I could hear him talking. He was telling everybody that they was going to have to chain up, all that to get up this hill. And I wasn't in the mood for chaining no damn wheels. I just, I hate chaining. If I get into a situation where I got to chain, I'm just going to stop. But they wasn't nowhere to stop there. It was a 2-lane road. And this dude was at the top of the hill. He was going up the hill whenever he was talking. He was telling everybody behind him that they was going to have to chain up, that he had been driving 30 years. He knew what he was talking about. You ain't going to make it up the hill without chaining up. I just locked the differentials in, put it in a high gear, and went right on up the hill. It don't matter how much experience you got. It's more, what you learn in the experience that you do have, in my opinion. This dude, like I said, he said he'd been driving 30 years. So he knew what he was talking about chaining up. When I got to the top of the hill, he was sitting there still in the truck. And, I went right on by him. But every year, it's a new ice, new snow, new challenge. It's just all that experience bullshit. I get tired of hearing that stupid shit. I don't know.
Sometimes I don't think it's more the experience. I think a lot of it's common sense.
Yeah,
Really.
it is. People like to get out there and throw that experience up at you. How long they've been driving and all that. I don't give a fuck. I've been driving 16, 17 years. I know what I'm doing. I don't have to have nobody holding my hand, to do shit. So, I don't know. I got a lot of respect for the older hands, though. You know, like my dad and all. My dad drove nearly, you know, right at 40 years. I got respect for them, you know. And if you know, if they tell me something, I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna listen. You know, like like one of my dad's friends told me one time. He said, "Listen to everything, hang on to what you need to, and throw the bullshit out." You know. I don't know. It's just like she said. It's common sense. You know, you can't get out there and haul ass on the ice and snow and shit because it don't matter. Like if they shut the interstate down and they open it back up, I'm gonna wait an hour or two because within that hour or two, everybody's gonna get out there and get bunched up, you know, in a pile, and somebody's gonna lose the shit, and there's gonna be another wreck, and then they're gonna shut the interstate down, you know. So I usually just wait after a couple hours. If the interstate's still open, then I'll ease on, you know, let everybody in the damn pile get on down the road, you know, and I'll be back there in the back by myself just cruising. But it's all, trucking is common sense. That's all it is, common sense. And like my dad always said, the best experience is the experience, you know, you experience on your own. Nobody can teach you. Trainers and shit can't teach you, you know, certain shit. I mean, you got to get out there and find out on your own, you know.
It's a hands-on situation.
Yeah,
You got to be out there doing it.
Yeah.
Listening is one thing, but out there actually doing it, you'll figure it out.
So, like, that's what my dad told me one time, you know. He could tell me, you know, because I went to my dad for everything, you know. But he told me, you know, and everything he told me, you know, was, you know, I used. But he said, you know, the best experience is, you know, experience you get on your own. You know, it's a lot different than, you know, being out there by yourself and having somebody on the phone, you know, trying to tell you what to do or where to go or, you know, whatever, because they're not there with you. So you pretty much got to, trucking is, you pretty much got to learn on your own, you know, learn your own techniques and, you know, own ways of doing stuff because
everybody's got different opinions.
Yeah, everybody got different opinions, you know.
Do it this way.
Yeah.
One person says do it this way.
Yep.
You know, kind of confuses you. You got to get out there and do it yourself.
Yep. But yeah, anyway, I just want y'all to meet my wife. Still sitting here at the house. Oh, the little bit thing.
Oh,
Let me tell y'all how that name come about. Long time ago, me and her been married.
Married 3.
Yeah, almost 3 years. But we was together 20 years ago. We was together in 2004. The end of 2003, beginning of 2004, we was together. I was at Camp Shelby, National Guard base in Mississippi, you know, down south of Hattiesburg, Mississippi, on Highway 98. And I wasn't in the military or nothing. I was in a 6-month military program. It wasn't a military reform school or whatever you call it. You know, I actually filled out the application and had to get accepted to go to this 6-month program. So I wasn't in the military or nothing, but I done a 6-month, you know, National Guard thing. But anyway, it was I think it was in May. My first leave was
March or May. I think it was March.
Hang on, January, February, March. Yeah, March. It was March. It was the first or second weekend in March. And she rode with my dad and mom down there to pick me up. What did he say? I can't remember.
He said he called me something. He called me a little bit.
Yeah,
I thought it was something else.
He called her a little bit, but she thought he said little bitch. But he said little bit. Mm-hmm. And I guess the way he said it, because she was sitting in the back seat, and I guess the way he said it, she thought he said little bitch.
I did.
But he was saying little bit, so that's where the little bit name comes from. But yeah, she gonna maybe she'll. I had to coach her into doing this video, so maybe she'll get up the nerve to do it on her own. You know, while she's at training or here. You know, when she's doing something, whatever. You know, just giving y'all an update on her, like she said earlier, update on her permit situation and all that. So, but yeah. Anything else you want to say?
Not right now. I'll just keep everybody posted about mine.
Yeah. But alright, y'all. I probably won't make another video before I leave out. Like I said, it's gonna be I'll leave a week from tomorrow. So I'll keep y'all updated, you know, on my end too, through orientation and my truck when I get it and all that. Let y'all, you know, give y'all a little tour of that. I don't know if it's company driving, you can't choose your own truck, so I don't know if it's either gonna be a Freightliner, Peterbilt, or International. I don't care which one it is, as long as it don't break down. But yeah, we're gonna get this out to y'all and see y'all on the next one, man. Y'all be safe out there.